My name is Mira Mehta, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tomato Jaws. I was learning about Nigerian cuisine and how much the tomato plays a role in Nigerian cooking and food. And somehow all of the tomato paste was imported, even though Nigerian farmers were growing tomatoes. And it seemed pretty obvious, okay, why don't we merge that supply and demand together? So that was really what inspired me. The product only came to the market in 2022, and that was actually a huge milestone for us. But if I can rewind 2 years, 2020, when Alitheia actually made their first investment in Tomato Jaws, was an even bigger milestone because it gave us the capital that we needed to build the factory. One of the biggest challenges that we faced before Alitheia's funding came in was around helping the farmers to become profitable. Originally, we had a model where we were going to farm what we called a nucleus farm, which was going to be our own central farm, and then we were going to support smallholder farmers in what we called satellite farms, and they would be outgrowers for us and bring their tomatoes into the factory. What we realized as we started to do work was that the farmers need a lot more support than what they can get on their own. And actually, the same farmers farming within our land with the support of our team to provide land service, land prep, irrigation, and some of the more tangible benefits of working with us, when they didn't have those on their own farms, their yields would drop. You know, the average yield in Nigeria for tomatoes is 5 tons per hectare. The farmer that's working with Tomato Jaws can achieve 40 tons per hectare. That's an 8 times increase in yield. Prior to that time, we had been focused on farming. How do we farm tomatoes profitably? How do we support smallholder farmers to farm tomatoes profitably? And we needed to prove out those points before we could justify putting in a multi-million-dollar tomato factory. Once we had those proof points, Alitheia came in to lead a round of equity investment that enabled us to build that factory. A company is constantly evolving. We're always checking to see, does this make sense? Are we doing this the best way that we can? And as we bring in more minds and grow the team, they also come with their own ideas. So, many things have changed. One thing that has changed about our company over the last 10 years is our smallholder farmer program, moving from the outgrower program to an ingrower program or a model farm program.
Alitheia's capital involvement has brought in tremendous positive impact to our entire operation. I could tell you that before now, we have a drip irrigation system in only one of our ranches. We have the Boston, California, and Lagos ranch. Lagos ranch is the biggest ranch. And now we are moving the drip irrigation system into the Lagos ranch. This means more tomato plantation, more fruits for the processing line, and of course, more finished goods for us.
Our factory capacity was 84 tons per day, meaning 3.5 tons per hour. But as we speak now, we targeted making 3,750 metric tons of fruits, which give us 500 metric tons for our raw materials.
Our production has been so awesome that we're currently exceeding our rated production capacity on an almost daily basis this season. So we're regularly, even though the factory is rated for 84 tons, we're regularly getting 90, 95, 100 tons of tomatoes into that factory every single day. That's 3 full truckloads of tomatoes into the factory every single day. This year in 2025, we're seeking to almost double our revenue. It's very ambitious. We are trying to, really push the team on every cylinder to see if we can achieve that target. This time next year, in 2026, we're going to double that factory capacity to 168 tons per day. But of course, we're aiming to actually process 200 tons a day. And we're really excited. Alitheia has also participated in the support of that additional growth. We call that the Series B equity financing that Alitheia did support us on. And that's going to come with another 3x expansion on the land. So moving from 100 hectares of irrigated land to 300 hectares of irrigated land, moving from 3.5 tons an hour to 7 tons an hour of fruit going into the factory. Tomato Jaws has a huge impact on the surrounding community, from the smallholder farmers who of course make up the core constituent of who we're trying to reach, but even beyond that to the community at large. With the smallholder farmers who work with Tomato Jaws are able to gain up to 4 or 5 times larger incomes through working with us than they could on their own. Not 4 or 5% more, but 400 or 500% more than what they would be earning without Tomato Jaws. My advice to entrepreneurs looking to make an impact is you have to be passionate about it. It's going to be hard. It's not easy. finding ways to generate cash is really important. They say cash is king, and it's so true. Even if you're profitable as a business, if you don't have cash to run your business, you're going to run into challenges. And so I think finding those ways to generate cash very early and not being afraid to experiment. Everybody wants to write something down on paper, a perfect plan on paper. But I think, doing small experiments to see what is the smallest unit of an experiment that I can run that if it succeeds, I know I can scale it. I think starting small, thinking big, acting small, and acting quickly are the three things that I would summarize to say, to any entrepreneur that wants to get into this kind of business.